Hello. Boop. Alright, so this week we're getting right back to, I believe we're on Cinnabar Island. So, adjusting some things. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to put the link for the crowd control in the comments for everybody. Silly me. There we go. So anyone who wants to play around with the crowd control, the link is in the chat there. So you can cash in 50 free coins and then use that to either make it more difficult for me or to give me things like Pokémon and items. So yeah, we're gonna start out by just like chatting with everybody like we usually do when we get to a town. 1 second. Okay. Pokémon can still learn techniques after canceling evolution. Evolution can wait until new moves have been learned. Yeah, I believe some moves they learn earlier if they don't evolve. I'm back here. Do you have lots of friends? Linking up with the usual friends is fun, of course. But how about visiting the Union Room every so often? I mean, I always support unionizing. Who knows, you may end up making new friends. I think it would be worth your time to check the Union Room. Sounds like he's like hinting at something. Oh! We got the bounce. I came to visit the Cinnabar Gym, but the door is locked tight. There should be a key for it somewhere. Could it be in that burned-out mansion? The gym leader's friend used to live there, they say. Scientists conduct experiments in the burned-out building. You know, the one they call the Pokémon Mansion. Whoops. Pokémon Lab. I think it's funny that the weather continues when we go indoors. We don't need a roof. We study Pokémon extensively every day. People often bring us rare Pokémon for examination. Alright. 1 second here. Thank you for the follow. Pokémon Lab meeting room. Hello there. Do you happen to have a Raichu? Would you agree to trade for my Electrode? No. I don't have a Raichu, but even if I did, I would not want to trade for that. I found this most remarkable fossil inside Mount Moon. I think it's of a rare prehistoric Pokémon. We also have a fossil. Hi, do you have a Venonat? Want to trade it for my Tangela? Maybe if I had one, but I don't have one. Oops. Okay. I'll teach you a nifty move. Teach it to a Pokemon and watch the fun unfold. It's a move called Metronome. Does it strike your fancy? No, not right now for anybody we got. Good to know we can come back for that. Oh. Nice. I couldn't even remember which Pokemon I had out first. Wonder if I can catch it. I don't know if it's too soon to try and catch it. Nice. So we caught that Pokemon, the random encounter. Thank you for sending that. Also, for redeeming the, if you use the channel points to redeem an attack, you use the panel underneath to then actually use the attack, is my understanding. It usually murmurs, but starts crying loudly if it senses danger. It stops when its ear covers are shut. I know nothing about that Pokemon. I'm more of like a first generation and second generation Pokemon type person. So let's save. Make sure to save that. Alright. Eevee can evolve into one of 3 kinds of Pokemon. Okay, that's all he's got to say. There's the hoppin'. What room's this? Pokemon Lab testing room. Oh. Hiya. I am important doctor. Yes, very much so, indeed. Here, I study rare Pokemon fossils. Ooh. It's hard to, I keep meaning to change the notifications on the screen so I can see better what everybody's sending. But I think you just gifted me a Pokemon? I gotta go check that out. Here, I study rare Pokemon fossils. All the time I study. You. Have you a fossil for me? Yeah, I do. Oh, that is Helix fossil. It is. It is fossil of Omanyte, a Pokemon that is already extinct. Ooh, so sweet. My resurrection machine will make that Pokemon live again. Alright, let's do it. So, you hurry and give me that. Dora handed over the Helix fossil. Oh, thank you for the follow. I take a little time. You go for a walk a little while. Whoa! I forgot that. I immediately forgot the super speed was on. Whee. Actually, let's go. I think it said you gifted... Oh, geez, it's hard to navigate. Oh no, slippery ground. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna check out... I mean, I want to keep him. We'll store Zapdos for now. Ooh, Ditto. Do an Ultra Ball. I will need a lot of balls. So that's one thing I love, is it says that the last trainer, that, like, it treats the Pokemon anyone sends me through crowd control as a traded Pokemon, which means that they will level up faster. And also it says your username, or as much as it can fit, as the last trainer. Excuse me while I fiddle with my mic. Nice. Let's try bringing Ditto with us. So, ooh! Oh. Huh? Let's try it. Yeah. Oh, now we're, oh. Okay. Alright. Don't they have X attack? I like it because it raises the attack stat in battle. It never hurts to have extra items. You never know what might happen. It's true. I'm bad for, let's see what they have here. I don't think we need to do that. I'm bad for, like, hoarding items. I'm one of those people that will, like, end a game with a whole bunch of stuff that I should have totally used. Cinnabar Jim's Blaine is quite the odd fellow. He's lived on the island since way before the lab was built. Alright, so let's see. Let's try to buy some Ultra Balls and stuff too. I don't like having so few. Oh, walked past the mart. Yeah. So I don't even know. I gotta double check our team. I don't know if we have a decent team for where we're going. I have replayed the original Pokemon games so much, which is why I chose Pokemon as the Saturday morning cartoon game for now. But FireRed itself I haven't played to completion. Fiery Town of Burning Desire. Oh my. And with that said, even the original games, the like the amount that I've played them, the earlier in the game, obviously I've played a lot more because I used to love sitting down, starting up Pokemon on my Game Boy and starting a new game, but then not wanting to save over my original game. So I would literally just play until the battery ran out. So I would play it all day and just leave the game, you know, like if I had to go eat or whatever, I would put it down just on and go do different things. I mean, this team isn't awful. I think I kind of want to leave Krabby back behind, though. I can't remember if there's anything in the... I can't remember off the top of my head stuff in the mansion. I don't think we need strength. Whoops. Yeah, I knew the door was locked. Hey! I've been okay. How have you been? Thank you for joining. We're gonna drop off. I kinda wanna hold on to Meowth. So we definitely Blastoise will be good. It's good. Yeah, got sick from overwork, and you're taking it easy today. Well, it's good that you're taking it easy, and yeah, you got to take care of yourself, and you got to learn to take breaks and rest and stuff. Rest is just as important as work. Rest is just as important as work, and I always mention to people that if you don't take the time to rest, your body will make you do it, and if your body has to make you do it, you're going to end up having to rest for even longer than if you took the time. I kind of want a fire Pokemon to go with us, but I don't think any of them are leveled up as high. Oh no, that's not too bad. Ninetales isn't too bad. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, ooh. Another random fight. Let's do this. Try to catch this one too. Yeah, I'm bad for doing the hyper-focus thing with not pulling away to take breaks when you really should. Because I'll just keep telling myself, you know, I should finish this, I need to finish this, and push myself to keep going, and then realize that I, like, really overdid it. I do that a lot. And then end up really not feeling good. Thank you for the follow, Killed by Pocky. And for anyone newer to this, I have crowd control on, which the link is pinned to the chat there, and you get 50 free coins to start, and you can mess around with the game. You can give me Pokemon and items and change the weather and boost enemies. All kinds of fun stuff. And thank you. Yeah, finally got to that follower goal. It launches kicks while spinning. If it spins at high speed, it may bore its way into the ground. Don't need a nickname. I don't like nicknaming Pokemon very often. When I was a kid and I'd play, sometimes I would nickname Pokemon, and then because for a while as an adult, I had my saves because the batteries were still somehow alive in my games from when I was a kid. And, you know, the names you come up with as a kid can be just a tiny bit embarrassing when you're a grown adult. Like, I think I had, if I remember correctly, I had a gold duck that I named Dum Dum. Ooh, random Pokemon. We got some interesting balls now. Ooh, we got a timer ball. Good stuff. Ducky. Yeah, well, I actually wouldn't be too upset with the name Ducky. Especially being a big fan of The Land Before Time. Oh, another random Pokeball. Whoops, that's Pokemon. I know what I'm doing. Ooh! Fancy. And repeat. A different ball that works well on Pokemon caught before. I think we got some... Yeah, and we're getting more dive balls and stuff, too. And those will all come in handy for sure. Yeah, actually it's the voice of Ducky that the bad story's about. Very sad stuff. I don't remember. I want to catch Growlithe. I feel like the water gun is obviously just gonna make him faint. Well, to put it simply, the voice of Ducky from Land Before Time, who also did the voice of the girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven and stuff like that, dealt with abuse at home that resulted in her losing her life, I think when she was about 11 or something like that. Unfortunately. Let's try using a Great Ball to catch. So we've got some Great Balls left. Yes. And she also went through showing a lot of symptoms of trauma. Which, I mean, nowadays people know a lot more about too, but I believe she used to do things like pulling out her eyelashes and stuff like that. Growlithe, very friendly and faithful to people. It will try to repel enemies by barking and biting. Yeah, it's one of those facts that, like, if you really want to ruin someone's day who's a fan of Land Before Time or All Dogs Go to Heaven, you can be like, hey, yeah, you know what? Really brutal stuff. And really sad. But I mean, like, for child actors in general, like, a lot of child performers, I should say, like, went through some awful stuff. And then us as kids, like, you know, obviously, I don't know if the water gun's gonna kill Coffin, we'll see. We don't know that stuff's happening, and then we grow up and learn about it when we're older. Everything's so much more innocent when we're younger, and we don't know about the horrors of the world. For the most part. Anyways. I should maybe actually look at a map of it. No, we're just gonna walk around the mansion blindly. I can't remember, like, the mansion in detail of where we're supposed to go. I'll just check a map if I am having too much trouble. Yeah, exactly. There's lots of, like, and I would argue, like, almost every kid has at least some kind of trauma that they experience. There's no real such thing as a childhood without trauma, unless you're extremely sheltered and extremely well off. What? You startled me. I thought you were a ghost. Yeah, everybody goes through their own thing. And then it also, like, because there's different kinds of trauma. Yeah, and I would assume, like, even, like, people who have a lot of money, that might be the case, is, oh, I didn't look at what Pokemon's coming out. Doesn't matter, let's keep it Blastoise. Then, yeah, neglect could be a thing. Which I believe was actually covered in, the kids' movie, We're Back. Because there was that little rich girl, and she, her parents were never home. Not to mention, you know, money and stuff wouldn't change how, family members might treat someone. And a lot of abuse comes from family. Let's use Ninetales. Just 1 minute. Just need to do something real quick. I can half pay attention and do this. Scary face. I'm like just humming reading through the chat. Sorry, I should be participating more in it. I was lost reading it all. I can't get any wins, says the kid. Me just sitting here, instead of responding to you guys, sorry. I don't have a lot of experience with, like, doing the Pokemon breeding. I do remember getting so excited when I, you know, way back in the day, and I got my, copy of Pokemon Silver, and realizing that I could breed Pokemon, and getting so excited, and then realizing you could use, Ditto for the breeding. Those poor worn-out Dittos. I think we can run from this one, maybe. This is just a well. Okay. Don't think we went... Yeah, we didn't go down here. Boop. Oh. I cannot get past the rocks. Right? You just turn your Ditto into a stud. Might be able to catch this one. Let's try it with another Great Ball. Oh, baby Pichu is fucking adorable. Coughing, its thin balloon-like body is inflated by horribly toxic gases. It reeks when it is nearby. I know some people like this. Ooh, a baby run. That sounds like fun. I'm eventually going to be doing some playthroughs that are, like, have more purpose than just, I'm going to play from beginning to end. Okay, so we need switches to open these. I don't see any more statues, so I think we go upstairs at this point. Unless I missed something down here. We'll double check down the, yeah, down these walls. Okay, yeah, so we'll go upstairs. I already have one of you. I mean, let's just get the experience. Ah. Statue. Secret switch. Press it? Yes. Who wouldn't? Wait, its eyes were lit up and now isn't. Does that mean anything? Okay, we're gonna fight this guy. Let me... I kinda... Whoops. Kinda wanna switch these. I can't get out! This old place is one big puzzle. Yeah, I never finished playing FireRed, but from what I've read, there's, like, Pokemon from other generations. But the only playthrough I've done of FireRed, because like I mentioned, I've done the original games, like Red and Blue, a million times. But FireRed, I've only, I think played up to pretty much this point. Oh, I should have had Blastoise out. I guess we're gonna send out Blastoise because we're fighting fire Pokemon, and it'd be silly of me not to use my water Pokemon. I'd love to do a playthrough. Now I'm thinking about Silver. I'd love to do a playthrough of Silver. That one has a lot of magical memories for me. No, I don't want to teach Blastoise Surf. We just taught my Krabby Surf and Strength. Oh no, my bag of loot! The switches here open and close, alternating sets of doors. Alright. So I probably will want to check a map at some point here. Not yet, though. Ah, so the door's downstairs, I'm now realizing. Maybe I'm supposed to go... because the switch that was down there, if I switch it back again, maybe that far door is open. Oh, I haven't tried Heart Gold and Soul Silver, just the original. One of my early memories of a game I pre-ordered, because I pre-ordered Silver. And I remember a little memory I have of when I pre-ordered Silver was when you pre-ordered, you got this disc for your computer, and when you put it in, it was just like art and stuff like that for the new games, and little bits of information and stuff to get you all excited. And then my little kid brain was like, I wonder if there's music on this too, so I put it in my CD player and hit play, and when you do that with the computer disc, it makes horrible noises. And it scared the crap out of me. I mean, I would have liked to catch Louisine, but I don't think we're gonna... Let's try. So I was all excited, just got back from, you know, pre-ordering the game. one of my first experiences. I can't remember if it was the very first game I pre-ordered or if it was like the second or third or something, but I was so excited, pop in that disc, and then wanted to listen to it, and that was bad. I am 36. Am I 36? Yeah, I'm turning 37 this year. Let's see if I can just run. Yeah, back in the day when you pre-ordered by going down to, if I remember correctly, Pokemon Silver I pre-ordered at a Walmart, and you had to go down and pay for it at the cash. I went down with my best friend at the time because her and I made promises to always get the matching games together, so like I got Silver and she got Gold. And then I also pre-ordered Crystal when that came out. And Crystal's another one that I didn't actually finish. Diary, July 5th. And oh man, Guyana, South America, a new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. Whoops. I don't care about you, Raticate. But yeah, going from Red and Blue to Silver and Gold was a really nice experience because of how simple Red and Blue were. And then when Silver and Gold came out, they added so much, like the unknown, and then having to, like, you know, you felt so cool when you could figure out how to read the unknown, and that's what they're called, right? I don't even know anymore. And like the is it a red Gyarados that you find? All those little things, little extra things were just like, whoa, when you're a kid and you were used to like a much simpler game. Yeah, having to read the messages and solve the puzzle in those, in the ruins by reading what they, remember actually. First of all, I have slight color blindness, but second of all, my memory just adds color to things. I grew up watching a lot of like black and white movies and playing a lot of black and white games and stuff, and then my brain just adds the color, so then when I try to remember, I can't actually remember if there was color or not. Or like more color, I guess. Nothing down here? Okay. Actually, I need to get back to, I started playing Pokemon Black. Now I forget the reason. Part of the reason why I started, I remember, was just because I was reading about like how beautiful some of the art and stuff was in it. And it was the last game to have like that certain kind of style, I think, and then after that they changed it. Finished Black version too fast. Yeah, I'm in one town and then I took a break because I started focusing on, well, I actually, it was about a year ago that I started Pokemon Black, and then after that I started focusing on some other games, and then I started streaming, and I haven't had much time just for my own gaming by myself. I think, let's test this out. I'm gonna go switch this and then it should move that door. Is it... Lost motivation to keep buying Pokemon games because Black felt too short of a story. I totally get that. I also feel like, so Black's storyline also wasn't really holding my attention. It felt really forced. Also kind of just felt like they were making fun of vegans. All because the bad guys in Black are all about liberating Pokemon because they're not for people to use for fighting and stuff like that, and it's felt like a little bit of mockery at vegans. Yeah, Team Plasma or whatever. Diary, July 10th. We christened the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. Did I already walk up that balcony part? Can't remember. Yeah, because I wouldn't say it's like an accurate representation of actual like vegans and vegan activists and stuff. But it definitely felt like it was playing on some of the things. Although I have had people talk about how, well, for example, even within my own family, because I'm vegan, I had people question me and be like, how can you play Pokemon? Because the whole game is about exploiting animals and having them fight each other. I'm like, well, first of all, it is a game. That's how I can do that. It's a game. And also, if you know anything about Pokemon, it's all about being connected with your Pokemon and making them happy and making sure that they love you and stuff. And the battling is literally just because it's a game, and like video games require a level of gaming. So, especially with the era that Pokemon came out in, it's not like there was many options. Like, what were we supposed to do? Just have it be like a pet simulator where you walk around and give them gifts and stuff? I don't feel like that would have held the same amount of attention. Pokemon, you're supposed to be connected with your Pokemon. And like I mentioned before, a thing that I always used to do is I would never let any of my Pokemon faint. Like, not even once, not in a battle. I would restart the battle if any of them fainted, and I would pull them out when they're at like 1 health or whatever, or low health, so that they wouldn't faint. In the games, you never healed them and just let them die. Even the games picked up the whole thing, starting with Pokemon Yellow. Because Pokemon Yellow, you had to keep your Pikachu happy, and you know, like Pokemon introduced the having to, like, there was the days of the week, and you could go to the guy who, it was like a hairstylist or something. I don't remember now. In like the underground markets, and he was there every like Tuesday and Thursday or something. And you could go there and yeah, and you could make your Pokemon happy. How do we get there? So I think I need to go back downstairs, because I think I need to switch the switch again, because I think I missed a room. Or you know what, we'll just do that after, because we'll go down now. Might as well just do it now while I think of it. And yeah, I was the opposite of you. I never liked letting them faint, and we're gonna put Blastoise. I think Blastoise has that. It's holding that item that works like a repel, so we're gonna put him at the front again. I even, like, if somebody was poisoned, I would always make sure to have a whole bunch of antidotes, and I wouldn't risk trying to walk all the way back to the Poké Center. Because, you know, like, the poison does the thing as you're walking, and you can't see the hand motions I'm making that somehow would communicate that better. But, yeah, I'd always use antidotes, because I wouldn't want them to die of the poison before I got back to the Pokemon Center. I was like, for some reason, I was like moving my hands like, I don't even know how to explain how I was moving my hands. I don't know how I thought that would portray anything, and you guys can't even see it. But yeah, the poison thing, when it would make that noise and it would do the flash on the screen, that gave me anxiety. A lot of the times I would avoid buying stuff if I could, and I would just try and pick everything up. But I still would end up buying stuff here and there. Antidotes were one that I usually had a lot of. Can I switch it back? Or is it... There we go. Whoops. No, don't switch it. You were an anti-capitalist, free healthcare, never paying, scavenging items from the ground. Yeah, I would pick up absolutely everything I possibly could. I guess my free healthcare that I healed so much. Like, this playthrough, I mean, for the sake of entertainment and stuff, I'm pushing through and I'm not, playing it how I used to. But, back in the day would be like, if I fought somebody and did a battle, head right back to the Pokemon Center and heal. Then come back out, do the next battle, then head back and heal. Bought a playthrough for this game, that's how much you love this version. I used to always buy the books. Again, aging myself. Yeah, same if once I'm like halfway through, because then it's not worth it anyways, because if you try to go backwards, you're just going to, you know, get all of the random encounters and stuff like that, and you have to, once you're like over halfway through some kind of cave or whatever, you have to push through to the other end. And yeah, physical magazine. Yeah, I used to buy those back in the day. That was my whole thing. Is if I bought a game, I would always buy the walkthrough to go with it as well. Like one that stands out, Banjo-Tooie for N64 was one of my games that I had that. But what I would always try and do is play through whatever game it was. I would try and play it once through where I only looked at the book if I was stuck. And then after that, I'd use the book to like make sure I got everything. It, like did a full like 100% playthrough. Does that door change because the upstairs? Run. We're gonna go back upstairs. Do I want a hint? Yes. I need to go through. So like just go up the stairs to the top floor? The music in here is weird with the beep boop ba doop ba doop boop going on. Go to the first floor. Extra set of stairs. Yeah, these over here. Oh, maybe I can catch this music this time. Let's try throwing an ultra ball. Fine. You bastard. It's fine, everything's fine. Do I have antidotes? I do, right? We are going to use an antidote on Blastoise. I mean, it's fine. I mean, would be more fitting for those times when you were boosting the stats of the enemy Pokemon. And I was just not doing good in the fights. Alright, let's go up these stairs. More switches. Right. Let me have a look around if there's anything we should get into before I switch this. Yeah. Oh wait, maybe I should look down first. Hold on. No, I can't because there's rocks. Okay, I thought I could get around that. Then I just realized I went over there, didn't I? Or I saw over there, rather. I keep thinking I can walk over the rocks. Boop. Yeah, press the switch. No, I don't care for fighting you. I don't want to fight you, rat. Well, that's ominous. Oh. Well. My mentor once lived here. Uh-oh. I like thunderstorms. Right, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, whatever. I'll switch it. Yeah, right? It kind of makes like the roof would be burnt out because of the fire. So I could see that. Now, when it's raining when I'm inside the Pokémon Center, that's a little more weird. This didn't work out in the rain. Then I almost passed out. Yeah, might as well just throw it aside. I just like watching thunderstorms. I've always loved them. I found them really relaxing. And there was a stretch of time where I couldn't enjoy them as much as I wanted to because my puppy that I had when I was younger whose name I actually have tattooed on my hand, was absolutely terrified of thunder and lightning. Oh, swimming in the rain. So I used to actually, my family had like a cabin by a lake, and I used to go there in the summertime, and I absolutely loved swimming in the rain. And there used to be a lot of storms up there, although some of them were tornadoes, and that you should not be swimming in. That's not good swimming weather. Switch. I did not pay attention to who they're using. Although there were some very interesting things that happened with the tornadoes, and there was pretty much a tornado every summer, and at some point, and a couple times, like, I got to watch it forming in the sky. There were times that I remember one time being inside the cottage and looking out this window we had out over the water, and the water was completely calm. It usually was like usually very calm whenever there was a storm coming, and I remember I was watching and the water was just like perfectly still, and then all the way across the lake I saw like just a perfect line across the water that looked like the water was completely changed color, and it was moving towards us. And so I mentioned to my family, I'm like, what is that? What's happening? And everyone looks out the window, and it was a huge gust of wind. And we all ran, and my parents like opened the windows so that the gust of wind wouldn't blow the windows out, and we all had to run into the tiny little hallway that the cabin had to keep ourselves and shut all the doors. And the gust of wind hit so hard that like our barbecue and stuff just blew right into the side of the building. A tornado one time actually picked up our barbecue and lifted it over the cabin and behind us. And there was like a screened in tent that we had that ended up in the tops of the trees, and the trees were like we were out in the middle of nowhere, so the trees were I don't even know if flamethrower is going to do much. The trees were super tall. I don't even know. So I'm not good with measurements and stuff, but like, I've seen like 5-story buildings that are probably as tall as the trees. So we know that just got stuck up there. Well, there was a lot of like birch trees and oaks and stuff like that, with like the odd pine trees. Around here in Canada, most of the pine trees are, or at least in my experience, most of the pine trees are out east. And my cottage was out by Kingston, Ontario. Did I say I was going to switch Pokemon? I don't want to switch Pokemon. I don't know who's coming out. He better not use self-destruct. What was it like growing up around nature? I absolutely loved it. Part of the reason was because my family was in the Greater Toronto area, And we went out, like, well, at least me and my mom went out to the cabin for the whole summer. And part of it was because in the Greater Toronto area, the smog would get so bad that I couldn't breathe. Because I have asthma and stuff like that. So, if I was in the city during the summertime, I had to spend most of my time, like, in the basement so that I could breathe. And even then, it was not that great. Which actually, my best friend, when I was little, also had asthma. And so, me and her used to hang out in the basement together and play Pokémon. So, you're stuck? Try jumping off over there. Alright, thanks, buddy. You're not pointing anywhere. I see there's 2 ledges. Oh. But I loved being around nature. I used to do the whole thing. Like, I used to disappear, go out, like, wake up really early, like 6 a.m., and then, like, disappear into the woods. But I also, like, barely slept at night. So I would, like, have dinner and then go to sleep and then wake up at, like, 1 or 2 in the morning so that I could go and swim in the moonlight in the lake or, like, sit on the dock. And I used to disappear into the woods and just hike around and collect rocks and stuff. Which I absolutely loved. Yeah, I used to go out by myself. And then by the time I was like 9 or 10, I used to take the ATV out all the time and go for drives. Just go out through the woods and stuff. I bumped into a few bears, but they were never any trouble. I don't have a Grimer? I don't know if this is gonna kill him. Although the closest I ever came to a bear was when I was on an ATV, a 4-wheeler, and I just drove away, and I think how loud the engine was, made sure he didn't try and bug me. But I used to always be walking around the woods. I mean, the only bad thing that I had happen in the woods before was, well, there's 3 different occurrences that weren't actually that bad. One, I slid down a hill I didn't see, and I hit my knee off of a rock, and I had trouble walking back. Another time, because I used to love climbing really steep ledges or edges of cliffs. And there was one point where I was climbing one and I got stuck. I had nowhere to go. It was actually funny because my family, the cliff that I was climbing up was kind of close to the cottage. And so my brother came over to like tell me that dinner was ready. And he looked at me like stuck on the side of this cliff and he just tells me dinner's ready and then leaves. And I still had to figure out how to, and I'm like debating because the way it was, the lake was right below me, so I could have just dropped into the water, but I ended up getting my footing and just going straight up. Yeah, essentially, like, dinner's ready, good luck, have fun. And then, yeah, there was the bear encounter. Oh, and what I was going to say was the cattle fence. I walked into a cattle fence I couldn't see in the woods, because there were a few farmers that had the cattle fences set up and would, like, around. And, but it was just thick woods everywhere, so I did not see it, and walked right into it. And funny enough, I was repeating in my head to watch out for those. So I got a little shock. Grimer, sludge exposed to X-rays from the moon transformed into Grimer. It loves feeding on filthy things. So the shocks are definitely painful. Or at least it was for me, because I was a kid. So I don't know if, like, maybe as an adult it would be less shocky. But it was definitely painful and knocked me back a little bit. Not like with force, like something you see out of a movie, but more like knocked me on my ass. Oh, if I went down the stairs, I could get that thing over there. Okay, well we can go up. Oh, we can't go up that way? Alright. Yeah, it was a pretty intense shock. Did I even go? I don't think I've gone up on this side yet, no. So let's do that. And I'm assuming I just play with the switches and it'll unbar it. I don't know which switches though. Whoops. That work? Oh, I just wanted to see. And getting stormed by cows when we took a wrong turn. I love cows. That same electric fence saved us. Oops. So there was a cow that I liked because when I was older and there we go. When I was older, and my parents got divorced and stuff, my mom took the ATV to, because like they sold the cottage, and my mom didn't want to lose the ATV, so she found some people on a farm and made a deal with them to like leave the ATV on the farm, and they, you know, in exchange for storing it there, they could just use it whenever they wanted. And that way it got use, and then she also still had it, so that if she wanted to, she could sell it, or she could use it again if she got another place, another cabin or whatever. And they obviously offered too that because they had like a whole bunch of land, that her and I could go to this farm and drive it around whenever we wanted and have some fun. And they had one cow, and the cow was huge, and the cow's favorite thing to do was chase you when you were driving the ATV, and it was adorable. Stairs. Should I just be going down the stairs? Yeah, exactly. The cow just like play and like chase you really close all around. Ah, yes. cow was just a big baby and just wanted to play. They're big puppies. Cows are. Boop. I have some. I rarely use them. Also, Blastoise, I think, has a thing going on here. What is it that Blastoise has again? The cleanse tag, which is supposed to help? Yeah. Save real quick. Alright. Who are you? There shouldn't be anyone here. Scientist Ted. Yeah, so I remember the stress of being a kid playing Pokémon, because I wouldn't want to get stuck in the caves. I think I mentioned before as well, like, if I was doing any caves or like any of these puzzle type places, I always made sure that I was ready to continue through the whole thing, because I was always worried that if I saved in the middle of one, then when I started it up again, I wouldn't remember where I was, and I would lose track of everything I did. So I always struggled through every single one from beginning to end, and then would worry that I was messing up. And hello, Bender is great, 34. I like those puppies. I'm doing well. How are you doing? FireRed had a journal, which is super useful. Interesting. Show you a flashback of what you did last time. I did not know about that. Yeah, I just stress all the time about, you know, I have to do it all in one go. Does he have... I just want to see what moves he has. Okay. So, like, we can use Swift. Because I permanently have them. Well, I'm glad that you're doing well, Bender. It's great. probably use Thunderbolt. I thought he was saying I wasn't. Again, I do not pay attention. I just cruise control through everything, so I'm pretty sure that we can just give him a boop. There we go. Original? Is that the name I'm seeing? Just sent a random Pokemon attack. Thank you. Don't want to make... I want to catch this one. I mean... Maybe Water Gun won't kill it, because it's only Water Gun, and... This, Fire Chicken is... higher level. I don't know. Let's give the water gun a shot and see. Nice. Okay. And we got a change of weather finally. Oh, a sandstorm. Now that song's stuck in my head. Ooh. Master Ball. Let's try to catch this guy with an Ultra Ball, maybe. Maybe I'll do one more, like, tackle or something? Let's try. Let's just give him a tackle. Not bad, not bad. Okay, cool. Damn it. I thought that would catch him for sure. Oh well. I assume he's probably gonna die this turn because the sandstorm now. Or faint. Ah. I want to use the Ultra Ball, but I'm debating using the Master Ball that was just given to me. Because that'll make sure I get him. I think that might be the best choice. I mean, we were just given one. Yeah, we have 2 Master Balls. Let's do it. Yay, and Bender's great. We have another Master Ball too, so that even replaces it, so... It boosts its concentration by emitting harsh cries. Its kicks have outstanding destructive power. Yay, we caught the fire chicken! sure to save after that. Okay. So I might need to actually pay attention to the party at this point. At the very least, like, we have some paralyzed Pokemon that I should probably... Wait. Yeah. Should probably do something about. Also, probably should help out Blastoise a little bit. Well, I want to make sure Blastoise isn't at super low health. And I want to get the paralysis off at least one. I mean, technically, Kadabra would be the better choice because his health is low and I'm not going to heal him. But also, like... yeah, whatever. Hopefully we won't even need... Okay. But, wait, let's switch out... Nah, we'll leave Blastoise at the front. It's fine. Ooh. This is one that I might want to switch Blastoise out for. Attacks are too strong. Oh, maybe not, because everybody's attacks are too strong. And I want to catch this jump fluff. Oh, good. Well, maybe I can use some psychic attacks and not make her faint. Also using Swift, maybe? But maybe because level 44 if I use Confusion? Let's try that, actually. Might end up killing it, but we'll see. We will see. I keep saying killing it. I'm not killing them. I'm making them faint. Try a Confusion and then I'll heal, maybe. It's peak memory unlocked. Learning the male-female signs through Pokemon. Had an au pair who told me the male symbol is an arrow because they always leave. I knew the symbols because I knew the one for female, because my mom was a feminist. Okay, so maybe I can get off a different one and not kill them. Or maybe I should keep going with confusion and throw it a recover here and there. Whenever your Pokemon evades an attack, they really should show the Pokemon kind of like shifting to the side or something. Because the Pokemon move when they do other attacks and stuff. And it always stood out to me like, because it says, oh, they evaded the attack, and your Pokemon just like doesn't move. It just stands there. I'm gonna try to maybe do recover and hope that they don't use, was it Mega Drain they have? They evaded in the third dimension, so we can't see it. I'll accept that. Okay. Let us throw something. That's okay. That's okay. Try again. We've got a few. We can keep going. These Ultra Balls, I bought 11 before we came in here. Try a recover, and then another Ultra Ball. Got this. Come on. Stay in that ball. Oh. Oh. Okay. Worst ball torture I've ever experienced. Yes. Okay. I think this is our last chance, possibly. Come on. Yes. Yay. It drifts on seasonal winds and spreads its cotton-like spores all over the world to make more offspring. See, again, if you guys could see my face, I got a little bit horrified at that. So nice. Okay. Make sure to save. Boop. Might want to swap this guy out. Ah, whatever. We'll put him first. For now. Ooh, another one. A Kakuna, which I apparently don't even have yet. I don't have a Kakuna yet? A level 47 Kakuna, too. So let's try... Oh, I actually didn't want to kill it. I was hoping that would, like... Because I'm like, it's level 47, and that's Kakuna. Maybe it'll... No, apparently that'll just kill it right away. Now we know. Alright. I wonder, because when people have selected the random Pokemon encounters, I can't remember if it's actually given me one that I've already had the Pokemon caught, or had caught the Pokemon, whichever is the English, because I'm pretty sure every single time somebody's done I don't know if it purposely does that or if it's just because there's so many to choose from and it's just like randomizing any one of them, that it just so happens that it's a Pokemon I don't have yet. I'm gonna save again. Obsessive saving. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of Pokemon, so it could be just random. Just so happens. And I don't even have that many caught. I can't remember. I think we're up to like 60 or something. Oh, I was just looking over here. I wasn't gonna go out the door. Is there... Oh, I guess there's nothing over there anyways. Okay. Sorry, my internalized trauma of spending 5 hours only to accidentally leave before I got what I was looking for. Oh god. Yeah. Hello? Uh-oh. Where am I now? This person sounds confused. He looks suspicious. Yeah, Burglar Lewis. Sounds like an upstanding guy. Yeah, true. How is he a real... Like, that's not burgling to, like, go into an abandoned mansion and get supplies and stuff. He's making sure stuff isn't going to waste, right? Bam. Just imagine the panic of this grown adult, like, raiding for supplies in this abandoned building, and then a 10-year-old comes in and just one-shots all his Pokemon. You can find stuff lying around. The residents must have left them. He seemed pretty calm for having just endured that trauma. Diary, September 1st. Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. He's a good guy. I don't know if I should finish looking around before I switch that. I'll switch it back if I need to. Lots of similarities between you and this guy. Only you, Dora, do it on a worldwide scale, pilfering every item possible across the world. Yeah. That is what I do. I am a child that just roams around collecting items people have dropped and and capturing little creatures. I still haven't caught a Weezing. Huge, I saw it first, it's mine energy. Exactly. Aren't there... I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure even in this playthrough we've come across at least one person where they said they're looking for something that we have actively picked up and have, and we just go, oh, that sucks you lost that. Too bad. It's like, maybe you shouldn't have dropped that. Oh, we have a Ditto. Our Ditto is higher level than that. Yeah, I guess I keep killing Weezing. Catching another Ditto would be nice. I don't want to. What do you even have? Sorry, I'm like, send out Ditto, and then they just have Transform as an attack, and just can't do anything. Maybe a Gams would be a good idea. Yeah, I keep making Weezing faint, and then forgetting. Pretty sure I have a coughing though, so... Swagger, where is that at? Pokémon is one of my games that I often play, and just leave my body. Because I've played it so much and it's such an easy game to just like... I always found it great for my ADD because I could very much just pay half attention or do whatever. I also am really bad, have always been really bad, for just putting things down. Uh-oh. Oh well. I'm really bad for putting things down, and even though I'm in the middle of using them. So, like, sometimes, I will, be in the middle of playing a game and I'll get up and, like, walk away. Actually, it used to get me in trouble with my friends a lot back in the day of MSN, because I would be in the middle of a conversation on MSN, and I would just get up and walk away. And they'd be like, hello? Where'd you go? Hello? Yeah, sometimes games, I'm bad at that. I like games that are like turn-based combat, and you don't have to hit a pause button at any point to make sure that you're not getting attacked. Because then you can just be full-on distracted by something, and you're fine. I also multitask a lot. Oh yeah, I'll fight you. This place is ideal for a lab. Look at all this space. I forgot what I was saying. It was about being distracted, and I forgot. Oh yeah, strategy stuff goes hard. Yes, I think my brain's been even more broken by multitasking, to be honest. Oh, that's what I was talking about, multitasking. I multitask because I get distracted by, like, thinking of stuff that I need to do. So, like, I'll think, hey, I really need to be working on that blog or whatever. And, it will be difficult for me to focus on the game because I'm thinking of all the other stuff I need to do. So that's why I love games like Pokémon, because I can totally sit there, be typing out my blog, and then, you know, walk around a little bit, start a battle, whatever. And then as I think of stuff, stop and add to my writing. Because I like to write and draw, and I do a lot of planning and stuff like that, so being able to just switch between the two, I really like. I started doing more awareness stuff to help me with that. It's still difficult though. So my website is going to be up soon, and it's going to have log entries that I'm currently writing on various topics to do with stuff I enjoy. So I'm a pro-dom, so then there's going to be some pro-dom related stuff, but also I'm very political, and there'll be a lot of stuff, especially with what's currently going on with the US. A lot of political stuff, also writing about games, mental health, because I'm a mental health advocate. I also write horror. I'm part of a horror art collective, and yeah, I won't change Pokemon. And so I write a lot of horror, specifically a lot of erotic horror, actually. So I have a bunch of stories on the go. I love people's opinions and all that stuff. good, then maybe you'll enjoy reading my blogs once they're out. I'm working on my website and didn't want to publish the website until I had at least 3 or 4 blog entries ready to go. And I have like 20 blogs that are all like 3/4 done. So I'm just trying to finish up some so that I can get it going. Get them finished. Oh yeah, I'm working at it, trying to, since I have so many now, I have no excuse to not be putting out at least a blog every month once I get it up. Fear is a hell of a thing to mix into things. It adds like a different aspect, or whatever the right word is, twist or aspect. I'm actually aiming for about a week from now, because I did finish 1 entry so far, and then I have 2 that are almost done, and then from there I'm gonna try to do at least, like, finish 1 at least once a month. So yeah, you can look forward to that. Yeah, see, the perfection is the ADD trap. That's the thing, is I'm just trying to do like first drafts and try not to make sure everything's included or whatever, because the thing is I can always like do like an amended version or like add an extra, like rewrite it later or something like that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to get the first drafts of everything done so that I can figure it all out after that. I'm an imperfect perfectionist and it kind of sucks. Me too. I don't like putting things out unless I've made sure that they're super perfect. But then I get nervous, because I'm like, if I'm someone who makes sure everything is super perfect, then if something's wrong with it, then that means I failed. So I've had to work on that over the years in order to make sure that I can actually do stuff that I love. Particularly drawing, I'm bad for that. Because I will alter a drawing to the point that it's not even the same drawing anymore that I started with. Yeah, the biggest fail is you sitting on stuff and not getting it out there. Exactly. I wish I was better at art. Well, if you get started and start practicing, it's kind of somewhat of a misconception that like people think that art is just a thing that you're born being good at, but it's actually all about practice. If you look at a lot of artists at what their first pieces looked like, they were awful. At least with writing, you can save different drafts. Yeah, that's what I do, is I just make my first like really shitty draft, and then my next draft, I'll just copy and paste over, so that I'm not gonna try and get this ditto, we're just gonna go. I'll copy and paste over to another document and then edit it from there, and just keep doing that, so that if I ever think, oh man, there was something I really liked from my first draft that I seem to have taken out because I thought I didn't need it, but I actually think I need it, or, you know, I don't feel this is getting the point across anymore after all of this, after all of this editing, I can always just go back and find it. Yeah, exactly. Got a secret key! beam. Nice. Where does the secret key go? Which room am I supposed to go to? Whoops. No, run from the rat. But yeah, drawing, if you, well, what's the best place to learn how to art online? That's a good question. In general, if you find apps that you can just play around with, those are a good start. Like, even if you just get like a sketch app, and I specifically say apps because, like, you can draw by hand on paper in sketchbooks, which, you know, is how I started out, because apps weren't around when I was younger. But the apps allow you to, like, do the layers and, like, remove all of the things you don't like, and you can even save the layers by just taking away all of its, like, what's the word? Opacity or whatever. I never had to say that word out loud, I'm realizing now. And you can turn it all the way down so that that layer just, like, disappears, but then bring it back if you need it. It also allows you to use opacity? Is that the word? So now I'm stuck on the fact that I don't know how that word's pronounced. Anyways, you can also, in a lot of these apps, like, I think one is literally just called Sketchpad, and it's got, like, a picture of a pencil. You can zoom in to, like, do lines perfectly and all that, and you can upload pictures. So, let's say you really want to draw something that you have a picture of. You can upload the picture and then start drawing on a layer over it and almost trace it, like trace the outline and then make the picture go away so that you can finish drawing it by hand to see how it looks, and it helps you do those kinds of things without struggling too much. And then other than that, there's a lot of, these days there's a lot of artists on Instagram and stuff who do, like, how-to videos, and on YouTube. So I guess it just takes looking for people who kind of draw in a style that you like, that you want to replicate, and follow their advice. Although with that said, a lot of them seem to, like, their videos, I feel like, are sometimes a little more difficult. So I'd say just get the practice in and just messing around and seeing how you like things. I also used to practice by copying comic books that I liked. So I would change the size so that, like, for example, Lenore, the comic Lenore, I don't know if anyone is familiar with that. I drew a few frames from that myself because one style of my drawings, oh yeah, so that's perfect. So you pick something that you enjoy and then try and copy a scene or a frame or whatever, and then I just made mine bigger because then it made it easier for me to pay attention to the detail, and also because it was bigger, then I felt like it was less copying, I guess. Even though it's not really less copying. A friend of mine buys these online painting courses. They send a canvas and paint, and then you watch a tutorial of how to paint the thing. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Where do I use the key? Was there a room I walked past? Oh, I just noticed your comment. It's Peak that got caught by my auto mods, and then I didn't get a chance to allow it. Yeah, erotic horror. I do. I don't know. It's a little harder to explain. But like for example, one of the stories I'm working on right now is called Fangirl, and it's from the view of a woman who is kind of giving herself over as a sacrifice to a family of cannibals, and because she like worships them, there's also like a level of eroticism that she gets involved with them that also involves a lot of body horror. Oh yes, Masters of Horror is amazing. Oh, door. The other ones had some zombie stuff with a naked lady. Oh wow, there we go. Yeah, essentially kind of erotic vor type of thing. Because there's a kind of group project that my some people in the horror art collective I'm in are working on, where it's myths about this cannibal family. So there's a lot of horror stuff going on, and then it's not necessarily always sexualized, the cannibalism part. It's just her view happens to be. Yeah, so erotic horror, body horror, psychological horror tends to be my vibe. Where's the statue? I don't remember. I've been talking too much and just walking back and forth. Well, thank you. Thank you for that compliment. Bender is great. Wait, this is just a random Pokemon. Run away. While I'm sipping my coffee. Just taking a second to have some of my coffee. Oh, right. Okay. Press the switch. Usually my coffee is just like regular roast or dark roast, and it's with oat milk and a little bit of sugar. I also really like, there's this hazelnut creamer that you can get that I really like, but I tend to get carried away with the hazelnut creamer. Yeah, oat milk is the best. Because I tried almond milk, doesn't go so good with coffee. And then I've tried soy milk and it has like a funny flavor. Oh, wait, there was another switch down there. I thought I needed to switch, isn't there? Yeah, need to get the button in the little room. I forgot about that one. Yeah, exactly. That's my problem with the creamers. They're so tasty that I end up going through it. Like, if I buy the creamer, they're like $5 or whatever for a little tiny carton. And I end up just, like, drinking coffee after coffee. Because it's so good. Okay. Now we're good to go. What I noticed with the different flavors from the plant milks for coffee is that it also just, it's a lot of acquired taste. Because once I was using, because the first couple times I think I used oat milk, I was kind of like, eh. It was still better than almond milk, still better than soy milk, but still like meh. And then the more I drank it, the more I got used to it. I think it also takes, so, when it comes to switching options from, like, dairy options to vegan options and stuff, there's a lot of kind of reprogramming your taste buds. Because most people grew up, yeah, I drink it because it's non-dairy, because I'm vegan. So like, if you grow up with the things, then your taste buds adjust to the things, and then when you want to use something different, you need to allow yourself to kind of like adjust to the flavor. Which plant-based alternatives were better? There is, when it comes to coffee, although I actually forgot, I tried recently, but again, it's kind of expensive and it's so tasty that I go through it so fast. It's not a flavored creamer, but there's a vegan half and half. And I forget what, it's two kinds of, I think what, coconut milk and another one, which I thought I wouldn't like because the coconut milk, I don't like the flavor of coconut in it, but this one like had no flavor like that. It actually tastes like creamer. And it's so good. Yeah, I think a lot of the has to do with like what you use the milk's for, and again, adjusting to the flavors. Especially some things like actually kind of dull your palate. Like I go on rants to people about cheese often because if people eat a lot of cheese, they end up like drowning things in cheese, and you're just eating cheese at that point. And then if you actually don't eat cheese for a while, a lot of the time, I've heard from a lot of people that, you know, you don't eat cheese for a year or two, and then if you try to eat it again, it's like it doesn't really have a good flavor, and it's kind of like off. And then you have to like adjust to it again. Switched because the doctor told her she needed protein from meat, and given the situation, it was done. Yeah, some people... See, the whole doctor thing can be, like, up in the air, too, because, some doctors legitimately, like, are giving good advice, and they're letting you know, that your body needs these kinds of things, but most nutrients you can get from other alternatives, and there's this weird stigma against like a vegan diet. I've gotten in fights with doctors and then had other doctors like back me up and be like, yeah, they just have outdated logic when it comes to where you get your proteins and omega-3s and all of that stuff. And so, for me, like, I have spent my entire life being told by doctors that a bunch of my problems are because I'm vegan or because I'm overweight. And then when I go get, like, a second opinion or whatever, then they're like, no, that's not the case. And there's actually this other problem, and they were just using that as an excuse. Tolerance, basically only eat mild cheddar. Yeah, I encountered a lot, like a lot of doctors just try to brush off things. Little old dude looking around. Yeah, I was mentioning that people who don't eat cheese for a while end up like realizing it's got like an off taste, and also realizing that they're missing other flavors and things that they were kind of like killing with cheese because they were piling cheese on everything. Cheese is also highly addictive for food. It's, you know, like just like sugar's really addictive, cheese is really addictive. Feta has always had an off taste to me, which is funny because when I ate cheese, I liked feta. I used to have a certain kind of pizza I used to get from a one pizza place way back in the day. And it was, I used to get broccoli and feta on a sesame garlic crust. Yeah, like our bodies aren't actually meant to have dairy. I can't remember anything about the gym here. Yeah, we went in here. I'm like, what's this building? I've seen some vegan feta advertised and I've been curious about trying it out. I only recently found like a good kind of vegan cheddar that I like. Yeah, so there's a lot of reasons why people might, like a lot of theories rather people have for like the food pyramid and shit. And part of it is a belief, like one of them is a belief that it's just ways to support farmers and farming industries. And, oh, fire Pokemon. Okay. Wait, yeah. But the reality is, like, dairy, we aren't supposed to have. Like, I mean, people will often use the whole thing of, like, if you talk about eating meat and how it's exploiting animals and animal abuse and stuff, then they'll be like, you know, we were meant to do that. But, like, dairy, we were meant to drink milk as babies from our own species. We were not made to drink milk from other species and not into adulthood. I was a thief, but I went straight as a trainer. And for myself, I've dealt with a lot of like discrimination for being vegan and vegetarian. I started being a vegetarian when I was about 11, and then when I was older, I became a vegan. And I went through times where I was told just to eat meat. I had people try and force me to eat meat. Part of that was because like I went through bouts of homelessness and like struggling, and I was told I was just being picky. And I'm like, I'm not being picky, like I don't want to abuse animals, and so that's what it is to me. And it always grossed me out that they would, because like I'd be in positions of being in like a homeless shelter or something like that, and they'd be like, no, like you're in a homeless shelter, so you don't get to choose what you eat, you're going to eat meat. And it's like I'm already in a situation where I'm highly dehumanized, have very, like, don't have anything, and I'm going through that, and now you want me to do something else that would be traumatizing to me. Circumvent that. Well, a lot of it was just refusing to eat or catching things. There was a couple times, like in one shelter, they said they were making vegetable soup and promised me it wasn't made with like meat broth or anything. I took one spoonful and there was a chunk of beef in it, and didn't notice till it was in my mouth, and spit it back into the bowl. But they didn't notice me spit it back into the bowl, and then I just left the table. And then they started yelling at me later that because I mentioned to them part of what I used to use as an excuse is that when you're a vegetarian for so long, your body stops creating the enzymes or whatever that actually break down the meat, so you get physically ill when you eat meat. And so I told them that, like, it'll make me physically ill, and that was the only way that they would care, is me saying it would make me physically ill. They didn't care if I said, you know, it's my ethics, like, this is the equivalent of me eating a fucking puppy. Like, I'm not doing this. Yeah, exactly. You can make them sick, like, because your body can't digest it anymore. And then they'd be like, see, it doesn't make you sick, you had that soup. And I'd be like, well, actually, I recognize the beef in it. And also, like, you can still taste the meat flavors. And they really stand out because certain things don't taste like meat. I mean, sometimes there's accidental flavors that kind of taste like chicken or something. But you can tell when there's meat. But yeah, I had a bunch of times when people tried to force meat on me. I've had burgers thrown in my face from people who were quote-unquote being nice because I was busking with my guitar and they'd come up and like ask my story and be like, oh, you're struggling and homeless and whatnot, and well, here, I want to buy you food, but they wouldn't ask me first. They would just go do it, which is nice, you know, but they wouldn't bother to ask me what any restrictions I had with my diet were, and they'd go buy me burgers from like McDonald's or something, and then bring it to me. And this one guy in particular went and bought me a bunch of cheeseburgers from Burger King, and he came down and he handed them to me, and I said, oh, thank you, but like I can't eat those, I'm vegetarian. And then he did the whole like, well, beggars can't be choosers and whatnot, and you're homeless, you shouldn't be sitting there arguing over a meal. And then I'm like, really, I don't want it, and he threw it at me. Oh, that's nice. You've met a lot of homeless and taken them to Waffle Houses with you. That's really nice. But that specific time was back when I was a teenager. Let's fight this guy. Yeah, exactly. And it's people who are homeless and stuff, like I mentioned, you go through a lot of dehumanization. And allowing, you know, the person to make that choice, like what they want or need, gives them back a little bit of feeling in control. Lived in Richmond for a bit, and the homelessness there at the time was all over the place. And yeah, yeah, in the Greater Toronto area here, there's a lot of people struggling with homelessness, and the shelters are always super backed up, so people can't get into them. And yes, I'm gonna battle every trainer because I want to level up my Blastoise. Yeah, around here there's not a lot of support for people. And there's always super long wait lists. And what's insane about the wait list is that you have to add your name to it and then give them a phone number to call you back. Oh yeah, sorry, ADD kicking in. I was checking notifications on my phone. I'm gonna go back and heal and grab Krabby too. Was it in? Yes, I was getting Krabby. I can remember things I'm doing. Well, thank you for pointing out I went quiet because last time that happened, it was because my mic just like randomly stopped working and I didn't notice. I'll try and do the quiz questions. Yeah. No. That's what I wanted to do. Where? There he is. Boop. I actually have a few Pokemon I could use. I couldn't remember if I healed or not. Sorry if I missed some of the chat too. It's hard for me to keep up with the chat. But I'm reading through most of it. My brain doesn't come up with responses quick enough. Slow brain. I'm scrolling through now. got hit by a car and walked it off. It's amazing. Oops. I made the mistake of scrolling up my chat. Now it's not updating it. There we go. Pokemon quiz, get it right, and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face a trainer. I'm gonna maybe get it wrong, but I'm gonna always fight the trainer. I don't remember numbers. Are there 9 or 8? Isn't there 8? What I thought, 8. Yeah, I'm reading. Sorry, I was reading the homeless people getting a bunch of money. In Toronto, we had the shaking lady, and they did a news report on her eventually because she used to sit down by the subway, and she would shake, and she'd hold out, a cup and collect change. And they discovered that she was like clearing like $1,000 a day, and she had like this super expensive condo and like a giant TV. And yeah, which sucks because like that takes away money from other people who actually really need it. Oops. No, Ari. What? I did. The buttons are really sensitive and it just started it again. Study Pokemon thoroughly. You can't win. I had a Starbucks with one guy who pointed the face out of the window. Oh right, there's Sandstorm. Boop. Well, that's good. It's good you're focusing on taking care of yourself. I wanna use certain. Oh, whatever. Ah, 4 plants for us two here in Toronto. I mean, 4 plants per family though, which I think is stupid. So if you live by yourself, you can grow 4 plants. If you live with like 6 people, you can grow 4 plants. I'm a huge advocate for, weed can really, Also, by the way, if anything gets caught by the auto-moderator, please tell me. Because okay, I see something from like 10 minutes ago from Bender's Great I'm gonna put through. Because, oh wait. Did it go through? I don't know if it just went. Because I'm not always looking at the auto moderator, so if you just say auto mod in the chat, I will go look and put it through. But yeah, I use marijuana like medically. It helps me. Yay! It helps me sleep. It helps me eat. It takes care of pain. It helps me with the fact I have PTSD, and it helps a lot with that. I also... I really support it as a way to help people with addiction. It's a great tool for people battling addiction. Yeah, if somebody's, if someone's trying to work through an addiction to something, then smoking can help them alleviate the cravings. Yeah, like I've had, PTSD is kind of my normal state, because I've had it since I was little. I mean, there was lots of reasons to have PTSD, but there was also like an actual event when I was 3 days before my 6th birthday. My neighbors were washing their car, and a 2-year-old baby was playing in a puddle at the bottom of the driveway, and they started backing the car out, and didn't see the baby, and I ran and pushed the baby, and I didn't make it out from behind. So, I got hit, and, went full on under the car. Don't want to give too much detail, because I don't want to, like, trigger anybody. Like, I don't want to, like, upset anybody, or I don't know if there's anybody who's had, like, trauma like that, so I won't go too much into depth, but, you know, had permanent damage for the rest of my life, and, yeah, I saved the baby. I actually, when I was in the hospital, the police and paramedics gave me a teddy bear for being a hero. So yeah, I got really bad PTSD from that, and I was the only 6-year-old I knew that had to see a psychiatrist. And all of the psychiatrists, one actually yelled at me. But again, this is like back in the 90s. And even in the 90s, mental health wasn't as advanced as it is now, I guess. Yeah, because I was 6. Well, I saw a therapist when I was like 6, 7, and 8, I think. And ways to surf. And so whenever I went, I'd like want to play with toys and stuff. And this one therapist, it was a man. He would always say like, I need you to answer these questions. We need to talk more instead of playing games. And I'd be like, I'm more interested in playing these games. Like, you know, here, let's play with these toys, or like play with this checker set, or play chess, or whatever, right? And he actually yelled at me one day for just wanting to play, and yelled at me that he couldn't help me because I just wanted to play. And all of these psychiatrists or whatever, by the way, also told my mom that they couldn't figure out exactly how to help me. But I was saying the textbook symptoms of PTSD, and not one of them said I had PTSD or tried to help me with PTSD. I want to use Krabby, but yeah, we can do it. Yeah, not all men, but somehow always men. Because he was the only man psychiatrist that I had, and he was the only one that yelled at me. The other ones gave up on me, and said they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. But I was saying, but for example, one of the things that, one of the symptoms that I described to them was I told them, and I remember this being the exact description because I thought it was weird and I wanted to describe it. I said, I feel like I'm watching TV. I don't feel like I'm here. I feel like I'm watching TV. So, you know, dissociation, quite obviously. And they didn't talk to me about PTSD, where dissociation was the thing that I was bringing up. And then I also was hallucinating cars. So if I was walking down the street with my brother, sometimes I would freeze, and I would do the freeze react. And I would freeze because I would see a car backing out of a driveway really fast, but it wasn't actually a car backing out of a driveway. And my mom also couldn't, we used to go for family walks and stuff, and I couldn't cross streets anymore. Because if I crossed at a traffic light, I would, like, probably about halfway through, I would just freeze, and not be able to move. Yeah, so, like, the symptoms I had were pretty textbook PTSD. Theirs are too complicated for you to understand. Well, thanks, buddy. Jeez. They're pretty textbook. Let's go heal Krabby so we can keep leveling him up. But I don't hallucinate cars anymore, which is nice. Because that was really rough. But it was just like the first few years after the accident. I went through that. I also went through the that very uncomfortable feeling of your brain not letting you remember what happened, which was like a whole other form of trauma in itself. Because I remember I got to the hospital. Oh, and it also gave me a fear of ambulances. I was terrified to get in an ambulance ever since then because my brain, like, associated it with the accident. So, like, I broke bones and stuff after that, and, like, would refuse to have an ambulance called, and would only, like, go to the hospital if someone would drive me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the forgetting. Actually, I've broken toes and fingers and not gone to a doctor because no. But I remember when I was at the hospital after the accident, I was relaying to people in the room what happened, and I remember words were coming out of my mouth describing what happened, and as I was saying the words, I did not actually remember them. So I was saying things, and then I was thinking to myself, where are these words coming from? I don't remember that. And like there were people who witnessed it, so they backed it up later, but I did not. Like the words were coming out, and it was such a weird sensation to be saying things and describing what just happened to me. And like I'm saying the words, I'm saying the sentences, but my brain is like, where is this information coming from? And then after that, like people would ask me what happened, and I'm like, I got hit by a car, and I would just repeat the things that I knew were the facts, but I didn't actually remember any of it. Yeah, I have really bad memory, so I have POTS, and that means I have like no short-term memory. I have a bunch of things that have like impacted my memory because I have POTS, and then I have random Pokeball. Anyways, I have POTS, and I have ADD, and I have all that kind of stuff. I get it right, and the door opens. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, and I feel like if more people talked about that, like, shock that makes you forget everything, it would have caused... Because I went through years when I was a kid thinking I made it up. And then when I was getting older, things would come back, and I would just remember chunks, and they would always come at the worst time. Like, I'd be sitting in class, and all of a sudden I would remember a chunk. Like, I would remember being under the car or whatever. And if it wasn't for the pack... Wait a minute. Poliwag evolves 3 times? Poliwag has 3 stages, but would technically evolve twice. Unless there's something new that I... Oh, a hydrate! I really should drink water, that's a good point. Okay, I drink lots of water. Also, I want to check these Pokeballs that we just got. Got some Pokeballs, 3 repeat balls, 2 timer balls. So we're getting a nice little collection here. Yeah, so I thought I made it up, and that really stressed me out because I thought I was like trying to keep up this facade that I had done this thing, and like if there hadn't been witnesses, I would have been 100% sure I made it up because I didn't remember it. And there was a lot of like feelings I had to deal with in regards to that because, you know, I couldn't actually remember what happened. Yeah. The brain is a crazy thing. Part of how I knew it was... like, part of how I knew what I said happened was true was that one of the family members of the person who ran me over actually, said that is also, like, she also said that's what happened. So I'm like, she would have reason to not say that. She'd have reason to argue against me, in fact, to save them from, you know, getting in trouble for running over a kid. But she said that she, on her own, without hearing what I said everything that I had also said. And then plus there was, like, other kids on the street that watched it happen, so... And there was a whole bunch of trauma after that, too, on top of it, because the person who ran me over was my best friend's dad. And it was 3 days before my 6th birthday. And while I was recovering, I also found out that one of my favorite musicians had died. So it was a rough time that year. Kurt Cobain. Yay, evolving. Yeah, I actually remember I was sitting and, because my collarbone was broken, the skin was ripped off one of my ears. Excuse me, everybody, I'm sorry if this is triggering. Just a lot of damage, and I was sitting there with all of my bandages and my arm in a sling and everything, and I wasn't going to school because I was hurt, and I was watching the news, because I used to watch the news all the time, and I remember that coming up, and I was just like, what? Protect. I don't know if I want... What other moves do I even know? Let's see. What's this do? No. I like all of the things. I don't think we're gonna do protect. Let's use to evade all attacks. But it's... You're a smart kid, though. Thank you. Yeah, so we're not gonna learn protect. Yay! Oops. Sensitive buttons. There we go. Alright. Okay. Pokemon quiz. Get it right and blah 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 blah. I mean, why does it repeat this? It should say this on the first one and then, like, just jump right to the questions. Are electric moves effective against ground type? So what kind of music do you listen to now? It's reminding you not to fight everyone. Well, that's true. But I want to fight everybody. So I listen to a wide variety of music. I kind of always have. I listen to classical and jazz and swing. I also absolutely love punk and metal, experimental. I'm one of those, you know, you get whiplash from the songs when I put them on shuffle type of person. I actually saw Alice Cooper perform, and I almost died. Not actually, but like, because during the song Poison, he pointed at me, and I just like screamed. What's the last thing you listened to? I was listening to Queen earlier. Just a bunch of Queen. Because I was doing a shoot, and I was like, I want some music that's cunty, and I tried to look up cunty playlists, because, you know, that is a way to describe, like, music that, like, makes you feel all, you know, like, I'm gonna pose and all that. And when I put out, like, checked out other people's playlists, I'm like, I don't know any of these musicians. And so I just picked Queen. A shoot, yeah, photo shoot. Just getting some pictures for posting and trying to record, because I'm trying to do more like reels on Instagram and stuff like that. So I was doing that. So I put on Queen to get me all pumped, because to get me in like the mindset for taking pictures, making content, doing pro dom stuff. You know, or dom stuff in general. I have my dom idols, which aren't necessarily, they're not doms, but they're just people that, like, their attitudes and stuff really make me feel dominant. And Freddie Mercury is one of my dom idols. So is David Bowie, and so is Tim Curry. Well, I bet you give like goddess sort of vibes. Oh, thank you. I actually call myself goddess a lot. Pokémon of the same kind and level are not identical. Well, Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. That's a weird question, and I'm trying not to overthink it. Wait, there... Yeah, so wait, no. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. They're not identical, because they'd be... Yeah, there we go. I read it the other way around. Maybe I won't fight this last guy. We'll just get to the end. No. Yay! Whoops. I was looking away from the screen and then just walked past the door. Do a quick save. Wait, are those more questions over in the corners? How does the subbing with Prime work? I don't even know. Ha! I am Blaine, the red-hot leader of Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokémon are all rough and ready with intense heat. They incinerate all challengers. Ha! You better have Burn Heal! every month, spend on it more. So when you click, like, if you click subscribe on someone's channel, does it like just ask you if you want to, or is there a certain button for that? That's a good habit, because it bothers me that sometimes I have windows up, like how I game and stuff, sometimes I can't see when my ads are playing. Although, you could always go, but that would just be annoying as hell to go back and like watch the VOD or whatever for the responses. But I appreciate when people tell me when there's ads and when they're back. Because I often am like trying to talk to people. I love talking to people in chat, and I hate the idea of like a conversation getting cut off because there's an ad playing. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I wanted to know about the sub thing. Aww, thank you. I do get little bits from the ads, which is nice. I didn't pay attention. Are you able to use your your one subscription Amazon Prime thing, to gift a sub to somebody? Do you even know that? I mean, you're not you're not customer support for Twitch or Amazon. So. Damn. Okay, interesting. I'm learning things. Accidentally bite. Me too. I love learning. I gotta actually say the things out loud. People will be watching the videos later and it just sounds like I'm just answering voices in my head. Yeah, I just realized, I skipped the last two fights there because like, I realized how late it was getting. I think we can finish this off with Blastoise. Well, if he dies, then I'll just send out the Kangway. Yeah, so he'll die and then we'll just send out the king, my niece, sir. Yay! I have burned down to nothing. Not even ashes remain. You have earned the volcano badge. Ha! The volcano badge heightens the special stats of your Pokémon. Here, you can have this too. Dora received TM38. Fire Blast is the ultimate fire technique. Don't waste it on water Pokemon. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna go out and heal and whatnot. And then that will be the end of today. Yay, bouncing. There we go. Huh? Hey, if it isn't Dora. Look, it's me, Bill. Long time no see. I hope you're still using my PC system. Well, listen, since we met up here, how about spending time with me? There's this little island in the far south called One Island. A friend invited me, so I'm on my way out there. How about it? Do you feel like coming with me? So you want me to go save at One Island? Okay, so we'll go. Alright then, let's go. Sent it specially here, Cinnabar, to pick me up. Alright. Bill, here we are. This is One Island. There are several islands around here, and this is one of them. My friend Celio, sent the boat to fetch me here. He's in charge of the island's PC network by his lonesome. Why am I telling you this now? Let's just go see him. I'm just gonna... Alright, thank you for joining, and I'll catch you later. Bill, hey there. Bill, I can't believe you came out here. Well, absolutely. How's your research coming along? Sandstorm just raging over us. Oh, wait a sec. Dora, this is my buddy. Celio? Is it Celio? He's one dedicated PC maniac. Excellent. Aw, thank you. I stream quite a bit, because I do Pokemon on Saturday mornings right now. Tomorrow morning is Mass Effect 3. Monday evenings is Mental Health Mondays with Stardew Valley, and I also collab with Flo Seal on Wednesdays with Divinity Original Sin, and then Thursdays is The Witcher 2. It's really impressive. I hate to say it, but I have zero aptitude for battling. Anyways, I'm glad to meet you. Bill, so bring me up to speed. How's your machine running? It's running fine, but we're too remote out here. The PCs on this island just can't link with your PC, Bill. Yeah, Mass Effect is one of my favorite series. I haven't played Andromeda though, just the three. And Mass Effect 3 is the one I've played the least out of the three. I've only played it a couple times, so I'm excited. We just started it last Sunday because we just finished Mass Effect 2 finally. Bill, oh yeah? Okay, let me take a look-see. Hang on here. I think we can make it work. Let me help you, okay? Dora, can I get you to wait for me just a bit? Actually, can I get you to do me a favor? The island next to this one's called Two Island. Oh, they really thought out the names of these islands. Very creative. There's a guy there that runs a game corner. He has this thing for rare rocks and gems. We keep in touch, being fellow maniacs. So can I get you to deliver this meteorite to him? Sure, why not? Dora, if you are going to Two Island, please take this. The Tri-Pass. It's a pass for the ferry service serving the local islands. It will let you travel between the islands 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you should have this too. An extra page for the town map. I'll catch you later. Say hi to the guy for me. Okay. Oh, we still have the hopping. Okay. So we're gonna heal up, and then now I'm gonna be done. So I usually stream for about 3 hours. Today we went for like 3.5. Have you done voice acting, or are you just good with words? Well, I used to do, like, I've done a couple, like, stage performances, like, way back in the day. As in, like, when I was a teenager. And, I have done, like, I make custom videos for people. I also do custom audios, and, I had been reading out loud Frankenstein and recording that and releasing it, and I'm gonna restart that. Because I had done, like, gone a few chapters in, and I want to restart from the beginning and start recording all of it and get all of Frankenstein recorded and then put it up somewhere. Aw, thank you. You bet theirs are top quality. I try to make them good quality. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I really like doing custom audios. Those are a lot of fun. Especially when I get the chance to be really creative and, like, write everything out myself. With, you know, obviously somebody saying the general idea of what they wanted about. I also do voice affirmations. And I have it on my Etsy, but I also, like, I've only had a few people come through Etsy. Usually people just message me for them. And they're pay what you can. So it's either you can, if you need an affirmation and you don't have money, then I do them for free. But if you have the money to send, then, like, hey, you know, buy me a coffee or whatever. And then I'll send you a nice custom affirmation. Oh, so if I said something like, I love you, Bender. And actually, on when I do Mental Health Mondays, that's one thing I offer is people in the chat can come vent and stuff, and they can also ask me to just say some affirmations during the video. Alright, did I save yet? I don't remember if I saved. We'll save anyways. Okay, so that's all. I better get going. Got a few things to do, and then yeah, come join me next time. And I love when people come chat. It makes me very happy. And yeah, so tomorrow, Mass Effect 3, Monday evening, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley also has crowd control, but it's only positive things you can add so that everybody can help out on the farm. And it's me and my friend Flo. So the time zone I'm in Toronto, so I'm in Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow Mass Effect starts at about 6:30 in the morning. And then so Pokémon is usually 7 in the morning. Today was more closer to 7:30. Mass Effect is usually 6:30 in the morning, and then all the other streams are in the evening times. So Stardew is like 9 to 12. I'm also going to be trying to do just a mental health talk before I do Stardew this Monday, so I forget what I put it in my schedule as. I think I set it for 7. So I'm going to try to actually be on camera. And then Wednesdays I do 7 to 11, and Thursdays are 9 to about midnight, sometimes runs later. But I do usually keep my schedule updated, and if I'm running late, I'll update that too, because I am very often late for my streams, so although I try my best. And I'm getting better. I know how to do the starting soon screen and stuff now, so. Alright, so have a great day, and thank you for joining me, and thank you anyone else who's just been listening. Don't forget to give me a follow. And love you, Bender. Thank you for chatting with me today. And I look forward to seeing you in future streams. Hope you have a lovely day. Bye!